ways that commas are used are to separate items of 3 or more in a list. For example, in this sentence, bring a hat, sunscreen, and towel to the beach, we see that we have 3 items in this list: a hat, sunscreen, and towel. So we need to add a comma to show that we are bringing 3 different things. Because if we don't add a comma, then I don't know what a hat sunscreen is. Is it a sunscreen that you add that is on a hat, or what is that? I don't understand a hat sunscreen. By adding a comma, I can see that these are 2 different items. So I will add a comma between hat and sunscreen, and also between sunscreen and. Now, the last comma between sunscreen and isn't always needed, so I could eliminate that. Let's look at this sentence. Mom went to the store and bought sugar, flour, and bread. What is sugar flour? I've never heard of that. I think I'll have a very hard time finding sugar flour if I were to go grocery shopping. So, by not adding a comma, I don't understand what she brought. So what I need to do is I need to see what kind of items Mom bought. I see that she bought sugar, she bought flour, and she bought bread. Since these are 3 different items, then I need to add a comma to separate them to help somebody understand my sentence. So I need to add a comma between sugar and flour, and between flour and. Now remember, you don't have to always put a comma in front of and. In this example, I bought presents for Jenna, Matthew, Lindsay, Renee, and Evelyn. I can see I have a list of 5 people. I see we have a person named Jenna, a person named Matthew, a person named Lindsay, Renee, and Evelyn. So I need to add commas to separate the names to show there are 5 different people. I will add a comma between Jenna and Matthew, between Matthew and Lindsay, between Lindsay and Renee, and between Renee and and. In this sentence, Daniel's mom brought ice cream, cake, cookies, and candy for his birthday party. What is ice cream, cake, cookies? Can I buy that at the store? I don't know. By adding commas, I know I can clearly list the items Daniel's mom brought. So let's see. She brought ice cream, she brought cake, she brought cookies, and she brought candy to his birthday party. So I need to add a comma to separate these lists. I will add a comma between ice cream and cake to show that she brought 2 different things there. I will also add a comma between cake and cookies to show she brought 2 different items. And I will add a comma between cookies and and. Again, you don't always need to add a comma between cookies and and. We learned one way we can use commas in our writing. We learned that we can use commas when we are separating 3 or more items in a list. Adding commas will help others understand our writing. Thank you everybody for listening. Now remember, I need to add these commas to show 5 different people. Without these commas, then I would have a long name, Jenna, Matthew, Lindsay, Renee. Is that one person? I don't know. So by adding commas, it makes it clear. I know there are 5 people in this sentence. So it makes my writing easier to understand. Today we are going to learn how to use commas in a series.